Rob Grimes with the IFBTA. Now I'm in the Nuvilab booth, which is a South Korean company that's focused on doing food service products. Now, interestingly enough, and I'll sort of get to the bottom line before I go back up on this, they actually do business with Aramark, who's on the IFBTA board in Korea, but mainly in the healthcare. Now, here's where we need to think a little bit about this. So what we're seeing is a scanning device that can go ahead and scan food items. Now, in this particular case, they're showing children's items here, but it would take it and it would be able to scan it. And then it's going to go ahead and it's telling me what to do. Raise the front side. There we go, in the green zone. Okay, it scans complete and it's recording information on the nutritional value of what I have here. But it goes actually further than that, and then we're going to talk about what it is that it can do. So if we take a look at this, notice Scanner Pro looking at food waste data. So what I find interesting about this, and also you'll see it over here when it measures plate waste and personal intake data, let's just start thinking about this. One of the key things we have is how much food is needed, how much is consumed. One of the hard parts of the industry is actually when you're doing buffets. Buffets are always a problem because you never know how much food people are putting on their plate, how much is being wasted, how much you have to prepare. Okay, so if we think about it, it is developed to do the nutritional data. It's going to give that data in the back end. They do not have an interface right now to the food costing and inventory systems, but I could see that being a rather simple thing to do, simple relative terms, thing to do, because you can go ahead, once you have the data, how much is being used, you can take that from inventory, especially if you scanned at the start and you scan at the end. Then you know how much was initially taken, how much went out. Okay, for food preparation, average service size, what people's preferences are. I do like the idea of helping with kids and nutrition. I also think in a hospital, we've been talking about this for years, that hospitals had to know what people were being served, what kind of diet they were on, whether they could have sodium or they could have whatever it is that they're going to have. This is a way of doing it. Now I want to take this a step further. So if we take a look over here and we start to see, they're calling themselves DataWare for food service. So we start taking a look at different types of simulation here. Here's where I think this could make some sense as well as in the back office. So we can really round the thing out, okay? So we have the food production, we put the stuff out, we go ahead and somebody takes it, they scan their tray. As they turn their trays in, we know how much they use, okay? But what it really needs is a connection to the point of sale system. Because they have a database that's made up of the items that are actually in the trays that have been built and the ingredients that go into them, which have to be built by the client. But over time, by the way, I see us connecting to the chef systems that have the recipes and things in there. So you have predetermined recipes that are being sold. Why can't I just go ahead and take this? I go ahead and I scan it, I pay for it, and it's connected that way, and then I have the back end usage that's in there. So great technology, it's already out there, not necessarily so much in the US, but it is being used by people within our industry today. We need to take this a step further, but this is a great step from where we started a number of years ago when we started to take a look at food scanning, including, by the way, NRF last year, where we looked at food scanning and they were taking a picture. I think you can see how this probably takes your process from start to finish, and then with nutritional, food safety, food health, it takes that extra step as well. And so I can't read that, but it says, and of course, they're working to go globally. They want to make sure that I know that, but of course, our mark is global. So I'm pretty sure that they're on, and I'm going to ask them that next week when we're in New York and see where they're thinking about it. But great technology, they got a great customer, and this has some real legs for us in the future.